Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Education Matters. I am your host, Sachata, and today we are diving deep into episode 74, Community Involvement in School Leadership. I am so thrilled to be sitting here in the studio today with a very special guest, Mr. Saran, a man who has dedicated his life to bridging the gap between our classrooms and our neighborhoods.
Thank you so much for having me, Sachata. It is an absolute pleasure to be here to talk about a topic that is so close to my heart.
You know, Mr. Saran, when we talk about school leadership, people often just think about the principal or the school board, but you see it as something much broader, don't you?
I really do. School leadership shouldn't be an island. It's a collective journey. When we lock the gates and say, we have it from here, we lose the heartbeat of the community that the school is actually meant to serve.
That is such a powerful image, the idea of an island. I think many parents feel that way, like they are dropping their children off at a fortress they aren't allowed to enter.
And that's the tragedy, Sachata, because a child doesn't stop being a member of a family or a community the moment they walk through those school doors. Their success is tied to the harmony between those two worlds.
I've seen your work in the rural districts where you managed to get local farmers and business owners to sit on the advisory council. How did you break through that initial hesitation?
It wasn't easy. At first, there was a lot of, what do I know about curriculum? But I told them, you know about the life these children are going into. You know the values they need to survive and thrive.
So it's about validating their expertise outside of traditional education. It's about making them feel that their life experience is a form of leadership.
Exactly. A grandmother who has raised 5 children in this village knows more about resilience and local history than any textbook could ever capture. Why wouldn't we want her voice in the room when we discuss school culture?
I'm thinking about the listeners right now who might be teachers or administrators feeling overwhelmed. They might think, oh no, more people to manage, more opinions to juggle. What would you say to them?
I hear that fear. I really do. But community involvement isn't about adding more noise. It's about sharing the weight. When the community feels ownership, they don't just complain, they contribute.
Like a shared burden. That's a beautiful way to put it. Instead of the school carrying the whole world on its shoulders, the community steps in to help.
Precisely. I remember a school that was struggling with attendance. Instead of just sending out formal letters, they invited the local elders to come in. The elders understood the family dynamics and spoke to the parents in a way the school never could.
And did it work? Did the attendance improve?
It didn't just improve, it transformed. The parents felt seen, not judged. That is the magic of community leadership. It replaces authority with relationship.
That is such a vital distinction, replacing authority with relationship. It sounds like it requires a lot of vulnerability from the school staff.
It does. It requires leaders to say, I don't have all the answers. And that can be a very scary thing for someone in a position of power to admit.
But that's where the growth happens, isn't it? In that space of, I don't know, let's figure it out together.
Absolutely. And the children see it. They see their parents and their teachers working as a team. It gives them a sense of security that is invaluable for learning.
Thoughtful. Let's talk about the practical side. If a parent is listening right now and wants to get involved, but doesn't know how, where should they start?
Encouragingly, start small. Don't feel like you have to lead a committee. Just show up. Go to the open house. Say hello to the principal. Ask one question. How can I support the environment here?
How can I support the environment? That's so much less intimidating than I want to change the policy.
Smiling. Right. It's an offer of partnership. And for the schools, I suggest they open their doors for things that aren't just about grades. Host a community garden day or a local craft fair.
Oh, I love that. Making the school a hub for the whole community, not just a place for kids during the day.
Passionately. Yes, a school should be the light of the village. If the lights are off at 4 p.m. and the gates are locked, we are missing an opportunity to be a center for lifelong learning for everyone.
Inspired. Mr. Saran, your vision is so infectious. It makes me want to go out and volunteer at my local school right now.
Warmly. Please do, Sachata. Your voice, your energy, that's exactly what our schools need. We need people who care enough to show up.
Thoughtful. As we wrap up this episode, I want to ask you one last thing. If there is one feeling you want our listeners to take away today regarding school leadership, what would it be? Tenderly. Hope. I want them to feel hopeful that change is possible when we stop acting like strangers and start acting like a family. With emotion, hope. What a perfect place to end. Thank you so much, Mr. Cerrone, for sharing your wisdom and your heart with us today. Gratefully, thank you for having me. It has been a joy. Warmly, and thank you to all our listeners for tuning in to episode 74. Remember, you are a vital part of your community story. Until next time, keep learning and keep leading. This is Sichata, signing off from Education Matters. Have a wonderful day, everyone.